Yeah, we can continue.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Good day and welcome to earning call of Chavda Infra Ltd. All participants are currently muted. We'll open the floor for questions after the presentation concludes. Please note that this conference is being recorded.
Okay, from Chavda Infra Limited, we have with us today Mr. Johil Chavda, the director, Mr. Jeet Chavda, promoter, Mr. Parth Gurjar, chief executive officer. I now hand over the conference over to Mr. Jeet Chavda, the promoter, for giving a brief introduction about the company. Thank you, and over to you, sir.
Uh, Good afternoon again, everyone.
Akhirnya ngomongin ya apa itu? Mana?
Siddhi, can you please mute all the participants?
Allow myself to brief a bit about our company, Chavda Infra Limited. So we have been working in this industry since around 3.5 decades. And in this 3.5 decades, we have covered many locations in Gujarat. Especially, we have covered many big cities, Rajkot, Ahmedabad, Baroda, Gift, Gandhinagar. And we majorly are working right now in Ahmedabad, Gift, and Gandhinagar. So these are our three main cities that we have been consistently working on. Can you move the slides, Siddhi?
Next slide, Siddhi.
So we have got a brief presentation for you all to go through it, so you can have a bit of knowledge about the company.
Siddhi?
Anyways, let me go through it without the slide. So our company is almost 35-year-old, which was started by my father, and it has been we are providing service of construction and infrastructure for our esteemed clients. So basically, since the conception of the company, we started with constructing a small scales project. We started with constructing a renovation of first floors. Then eventually we started developing private bungalows, designer bungalows. And after a while, after a certain momentum, we caught the fancy of few architects and a few designers in Ahmedabad who literally appreciated our work, our quality. And after that, there was a very brief period where we started getting few projects wherein we had worked with Zydus School, we had worked with Nirma University. So those were a few big scale projects that we started concluding. And after that, we came into the era of high rises, wherein Ahmedabad started getting many new high rises. So in 2013 to 2019, as it's mentioned over here, we started getting new high rises where we got one such new high rise called Staff Luxuria. We got one such high rise called Staff Luxuria in Ahmedabad, which was quite remarkable project because of its location. So we were noticed at that particular time. Post Staff Luxuria, we started getting many calls from the developers as well and the architects because of the quality and speed at which we concluded the project was really nice. So post Staff Luxuria, we started expanding our projects and our operations. So from that one tower, we went to 5 towers, then 5 to 20. Right now, we are working with 36 towers. Recently, there has been starting a culture in Ahmedabad of skyscrapers. So skyscrapers are 150-meter plus tall buildings, wherein Chavda is doing very significant work in Ahmedabad. We have been covering many buildings that are 150-meter plus, and as we have been established really well in Ahmedabad, so people have placed their trust. The developers have placed their trust first with us. So all the new high-rise projects that has been coming to Ahmedabad are moving through us, or we are directly or either indirectly involved in either tendering process or construction process. So basically, this is what we have been doing in Chavda Infra. This has been a very brief account of the progress that we have performed over the period of time. And obviously, after 2020, in last year, we came up with the issue with having an overwhelming response from everyone, each of our investors. And right now, we are in a very good position in Ahmedabad where we can cater to many new projects. And we have been consistently giving you a regular increase in the sales and the revenue structure as well. So, yeah, next slide.
Next, Siddhi, next slide.
So this is the brief introduction about the directors and our CEO, Mr. Mahesh Chavda. The company was started by my father. He's our MD and chairman. It was started in 1990 under his vision. It was his vision to provide the best and top-notch quality, and under his vision, we have expanded. Mr. Johil Chavda, my elder brother, Mr. Jeet Chavda, that's myself, and Mr. Parth Gurjar. Mr. Parth Gurjar has been with us for more than 20 years, and he's our CEO, and he takes care of all the operations and sites in our company.
Next.
So the core strength of our Chavda Infra Limited is, first of all, let me come to our USP. Our USP is the quality and the speed at which we work. So basically, the quality and speed at which we work has been the repeated, account of number of years that we have been performing, number of years we have been consistently delivering. And why it has been possible? It is because, we treat our employees, our colleagues as our family. So over the period of time, we have the engineers and we have the staff who has been with us for 20 years, 15 years, 30 years. So what happens is basically when we have a family who has who has been with us for a while. They know how the company works. They know which are the fundamentals of the company. They know what should be done exactly, that should be appropriate to get more clients to have an impressive work portfolio. And also we have a very loyal base, like everyone in my company, I trust like my family member. So I think we are very blessed in that way that we have got an amazing staff that we have been working. And for that we can preserve our USP, to that we can preserve our quality work that we have been doing over for so much time. Our expertise lies in, at first look, the field of expertise has over the period of time, according to the market, has kept on changing. First, when we started, our expertise lied in the designer bungalows. We used to be really good with exposed RCC work. So all the exposed RCC designer bungalows came to us. After a while, we were really good with the high rise. Right now, if you ask in Ahmedabad, which are the top contractors who could do good skyscrapers, I'm definitely sure that people will come up with our name, because the way we have been performing with the existing skyscrapers is phenomenal. So team, as I spoke about the team, that we have got a team of almost 400 people who are working with us. We have a very structured way, like we have almost 10 to 15 departments. Each department has their own hierarchy. We have a head of department, then we have senior engineers, then we have mid-level engineers, then we have the supervisors. So each level has been, deliberately created and created in such a way that we promote our own old employees to come in front, take the lead and promote them and to make them a manager. Because it has always been a more successful idea to have someone who's been working with you since long time, has incorporated your values, and they move with you to the top. So all our departments, say RMC department, ready mix concrete, we have a quality department, we have electrical department, we have a purchase department, safety department, accounts department. So in all, we have at least like store department. So 10 to 15 departments, and our team is basically, what I believe our team is the backhand of our success stories. Values of Chavda Infra has always been a very ethical. Chavda Infra, if you ask in the market, has been a very ethical company. Ever since the start of our company, see how we are able to deliver the quality, how we are able to deliver on time, because of the values that we have incorporated. How does it come to play? Yes, like See, you have people who are stuck with you for a while because they appreciate your value. So these people generate a good work, consistent work. Also, our clients have our, the clients also are very happy with what we are doing. And because of our work style pattern, they are continuously, we have repeated clients for almost 8 to 10 years. Our experience is hands-on to the construction that is going on in Ahmedabad, Gandhinagar, and GIFT. We have done so many projects and are ready to do even more and have been continuously getting better at our game. At every new change in Ahmedabad, we are going to be there. And the management, we have like the top management, like as I said, we have an hierarchy, each department, 10 to 15 departments, each has a management head, every department has a head of department who reports to the CEO, CFO, and directors. So we have a very nice structure framed out for everyone, so they know the person at the bottom knows who to go to when in the time of the crisis. So this is the brief of the company. Should be
Next.
So this is one such material management efficiency. We have a go down, a stockyard, wherein the most important thing in any construction company is reputation of the formwork system, the reputation of material machineries, and the material our assets are our formwork, our machineries. So if we want to go for a long duration, we need to be continuously taking care of what we have invested our money. So it's the hard-earned money of the company. It's the hard-earned money of the investors. So we have to take care of it in that way. So basically, this stockyard shows the efficiency of working of Chavda Infra. After every project, we bring the material, the formwork system, the machineries, everything to the stockyard. It has been completely refurbished. It has been completely repaired, maintained, and once it's ready to use, again it goes to another site. So this entire operation is managed with our logistic and ERP software, wherein each entry has been done in ERP, and once the refurbishment is completed, it is shifted to another site. So this is one of the core place where we have shown our material management efficiency. Ma'am, can you ask them to play the video? No, don't change.
Play the video.
Can you play the video so the investor can get the brief idea?
Siddhi?
Sir, actually, video is not getting.
No, did you try using the space bar?
Yeah, I've done that, sir.
Okay, move to next slide.
So we have the Chavda Infra company has two ready-mix concrete plant, wherein the ready-mix concrete plant we manufacture our own concrete. So one of the main USP of Chavda is we manufacture our own concrete. So the service and the quality that we can provide in our buildings is a top notch. We also have our own in-house laboratory where each raw materials, before they are offloaded, we conduct a certain test of raw materials. And once the raw material test comes okay, then and then only we actually have the permission to use it in our concrete. So whatever goes inside the concrete and building of Chavda is 100% properly measured quantity and properly qualified quantity. That is why we have been able to do amazing work with our buildings as well. So this basically is one of our plant. We have actually two RMC plant M1 capacity, and we cater all over Ahmedabad, all our sites. Also, we have clients other than our sites.
Next slide.
I maybe playing it in a video, so it doesn't make sense because the videos are actually created. So technological integration is in Chavda Infra. Basically, over the period of time, we have been shift. We have been adopting newer technology. One such you can show, it has been seen in our screen. This was in Ahmedabad particularly. This was first time adopted. This is edge protection system, and 3 floors have been covered. The edges of 3 floors have been covered, so each and every labor that works inside the building is not able to see outside, and able to work in very safe environment. And it's very easy to operate if you're going for 150-meter high tall buildings. These are one of the essential things. Another technological integration, we have been using the formwork system. We have been using MyOne system. MyOne is one of the good technologies that is from Southeast Asia. Then we are also using a German technology called Skydeck system. So in high rises, if I talk about the high rises, if I talk about the high rises, the technology becomes. If we talk about the high rises, the technology becomes of the utmost importance, because if we don't have the proper technology to go at the heights, there can be so many disasters that are waiting to happen. Say for high rises or skyscrapers, you need a proper designing department. First, you have to design how the formwork will go from bottom top foundation to the top. So for that, first we have to figure out which machinery should be utilized, how we are doing material handling, how we are doing concrete handling, how we are going to, have the formwork placed, how we are going to have the safety place. Once the plan finalized, then we can move on to the next step of construction. So in Chavda Infra, I particularly am very particular about adopting the best practices needed for the construction. So we have been working with all the best technologies like Skydeck systems. It's an aluminum panel system that has been invented in Germany. Then we have been working with MyOne system, that is a Southeast Asian system, which is a monolithic shuttering system, and all the other safeties and other systems that uh, stock for now, this is a technological integration video. First, I'd like to play this, then we'll go through other videos as well. So all these sites are actually the present site of Chavda Infra. We have taken the video of our own site to get you a brief of what's been happening in all the sites. As you can see, we have branded it in now, this is the technological integration video wherein we showed you what formworks that we are working on, what RMC plans that we have been working on. Also, let's go to the stockyard video as well. Basically, let's go to the stockyard video so people can know how the refurbishing of the material has been managed by Chavda Infra. First of all, this is how the total refurbishing work is done. Each and our material is particularly cared for. Each and our investment, everything is particularly cared, maintained, and refurbished and ready for the next project. So this is one of our material management efficiency. This is how we ensure that the money that we have spent is spent wisely and maintained wisely. Let's go to the RMCB. So these videos are very important for all of you to understand how the management works in Chavda Infra and how particularly we take care of each and every minute details. This basically was our RMC. That was basically our RMC plant. And now we can move to the next slide. So, So this basically was the PPT of the slide of our safety measures that has been taken in Chavda. So basically, to make a very safe environment for our workers, our employees, is the first topmost priority because the business can say there are certain times that the life of the person that you're working with is the most important thing in any business. So we have taken each and every preventive measures. We have a very huge safety department wherein we have regular audits getting conducted. All the latest technologies that have been imbibed for safety in construction has been used in Chavda Infra. So also we are very proud to tell you that we have last couple of years has been a really zero casualty years. So diligently we have been working out very hard to make sure that the workers or the employees, the family that we think we have has been properly cared for and properly protected. We have all the insurance policies. We have everything worked out for our workers as well. If anybody has a very even if they get a little hurt, we can take care of them on site. If they have a major problem, we have like 10 ambulance and everything connected, so 10 minutes they can go to the hospital. So safety has always been one of the top priorities at Chavda, and we have been working very hard to ensure the safety of our workers. This is our head office. These are few of our ongoing projects that we are working on. This brief we are giving because if you're in Ahmedabad, definitely you'd come across Chavda a lot many times. But if you're not from Ahmedabad, this is for you to have and see what we are doing over here. the exceptional quality that we are doing. So I particularly made the videos of our ongoing sites that we are doing. And as you can see, the quality of over here, the work that we are doing is like the top-notch work that has been done. That is why we've been in such a demand. We have like continuously keep getting projects. So those were the pictures of the photos that we are actually working on right now. These are the present images. So those are the pictures. These are the other ongoing projects that we are working on right now. So as you can see, there are so many projects. We are almost doing 36 projects, which some of them are about to get completed, some of them are just started, and some of them are in the middle stage of their execution. These are a few accounts of our completed project, wherein we have Solitaire Sky, Staff Luxuria, Amara, Binori, V Square. So all the buildings, the photos and 3 days of the building. These are our completed projects named. And these are the clients, almost all the good developers and industries and corporates that we have worked with over the time in Ahmedabad. So these are just the few, and the list has ever since keep on increasing. So the total projects we have completed are 130 plus, ongoing are 30 plus. Manpower strength, that is the technical strength, that our own staff is 350. If you consider the workers, it would go around 4,000 to 5,000. And the tallest construction in meters is 140 plus. I'm working on 150 as well. Uh, so, the industry links. So this is the basic industry glimpse. In Gujarat, the real estate has been really promising, particularly in Ahmedabad, ever since the announcement of Olympic and the business that are budding and growing in Ahmedabad and the gift city, the hype of the gift city. Lot of investments are coming in Ahmedabad. So many people have been migrated from other cities to Ahmedabad because of the good working conditions, because of the security and safety. So I think Ahmedabad growth story has just started, and there are so many projects that are coming up to cater all the people that are migrating to Ahmedabad. Also, considering the current scenario, Ahmedabad is one of the cities that is about to be recognized as the metro city. So we are yet not there, but the rates compared to other metro city, I think Ahmedabad has got a really good rates and a very good future, because in future, for investors' perspective also, the rates compared to other metro cities are going to escalate in a very long run. So this is the brief of the industry and the very promising and a bright future of Ahmedabad. So these basically are the stats of how the Ahmedabad has been growing. And in 2024, the housing demand in the city increased to around 21.4%. Average property rates surged to 1.4%. Ahmedabad's residential real estate market saw healthy growth. 6194 units were launched in 24. So basically, we have given the accounts of what's happening in Ahmedabad, so as to know that we are in a very good place at a very good time to cater. So these are the order book ever since our IPO that came in September 2023. So we have order book escalated from 601 crore to almost 1100 crores now. So we have been getting a very steady order book. And thing about order book is we are taking as many projects only as we can cater. So there are so many pools of projects that are coming on to Chavda Infra, but we are very selective about the project. We are taking in account our profitability, reputation of our material, the time that we can that we don't get into indulge into over trading and are able to manage the quality and the profitability in long run. So we pause for a while, like we take projects for 6 months, and for another 6 months, we stop taking the projects in Ahmedabad because we have been getting a lot of orders lately. So this is how the working pattern has been in for Chavda Infra. Uh, this is basically the market size overview, the industry market size overview, and as you can see, it's in final FY'23, FY'24, and forecasting of FY'28. These are the total statistics of Chavda Infra of financial year 24, and this these are our total balance sheet of 2024, and first I think this is not this all this information are available online. नहीं तो मैं वांची सर.
So basically, as far as financial analysis is concerned, so we have a surge of revenue from operations increased by 12% from previous H1 of 24 to H1 of 25. Our EBITDA margin has been increased from 13.98, 14% to 21.79, around 22%. Our PAT margin also increased from 6.47% to 8.08%, which is which shows our efficient use of our resources as well as efficient use of our total funds. So yes, these are some key ratios pertaining to our financials. So this is basically age of our total order book. So it shows that projects which has an age of 0 to 6 months, we have 271.31 crore of revenues unbooked from these projects. So we have 6 to 12 months old project in which we have unbooked revenue of 232.49 crore. We have a project aging of 12 to 18 months in which we are yet to book 108.90 CR of revenue, and so as to 18.20, 80 to 24 months and 24 to 30 months. This is our vision and mission statement. So thank you. Siddhi?
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you for the time. Okay.
Question.
Okay, we will now begin the question and answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask the question, please raise your hands. Okay, we'll take the first question from Mr. Amit Bhatt. So please unmute yourself and ask the question.
Amit ji, Mr. Amit Bhatt, can you unmute yourself and ask the question, please?
By the time, let's take the question from Mr. Nirvana.
Hi, thank you for the opportunity. Am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible, Nirvana.
Yeah, thank you so much for the presentation. Helped us understand more. I have 3, 4 questions. So first of all, can you tell me the unexecuted part of the order book right now, and what is the timeline for execution?
Unexecuted part, it's 670 crores. That is the graph that we have shown. The aging graph that we have shown was of that only. It is 670 crore is an unexecuted part. And I think it will be completed. The project timeline differs from like some of the projects are about to get completed and some of the projects. So basically you can For example, you can consider 24 months with all the projects will be mostly completed.
Okay, got it.
But in that duration, many more projects would come in. So we'll be executing other projects as well in the same duration.
Sure, sure. And in terms of H1 revenues, I think they were a little muted. We had some 12-13% kind of YOY growth. So in H2, overall for the year, do we think that we can hit 300 crore revenues, which will be like a 25% kind of a growth? Not asking for a guidance, but just trying to understand the
Definitely.
execution.
Yeah, let me brief you on this as well. If you see the graph of Chavda Infra over the period of time in every year, the first quarter, like first 6 months are a bit steady, and the next 6 months has the maximum turnover. Reason is March ke baad in construction, Holi and monsoon sets in. So after the laborers and the new projects, they start coming after September. So from October to March is our golden period to work. Right now, our strength is at the highest level, and we almost book more like almost double or a bit less than double turnover in second quarter in next 6 months.
Got it. So 25% yearly
क्योंकि
growth.
सारे प्रोजेक्ट्स निर्वाणा जी क्या शुरू होते हैं मॉनसून के बाद. तो अभी जो नेक्स्ट 6 मंथ्स का फेज है उसमें क्या फेज होगा कि सारे फाउंडेशन वगैरह चल रहे होंगे. पुराने प्रोजेक्ट्स में भी 100% लेबर आ जाएंगे. तो हर जगह 100% स्ट्रेंथ प्लस फाउंडेशन में मैक्सिमम बिलिंग का टाइम है. तो उसके वजह से हर साल हम लोगों के ये 6 मंथ्स में मैक्सिमम टर्नओवर होता है.
समझ गया सर, मतलब वो पैटर्न तो हर ईपीसी कंपनी में होता है. मुझे उस हिसाब से भी थोड़ा कम लग रहा था H1, इसलिए मैं पूछ रहा था. बट आपको लगता है कि 25% वाई ग्रोथ हो सकता है इस साल?
हाँ हाँ, वी आर गोइंग टू हिट 300.
ओके ओके. एंड सर आपके कॉन्ट्रैक्ट्स जो है, आई थिंक एवरीथिंग इज फ्रॉम ऑल द ऑर्डर्स आर फ्रॉम प्राइवेट सेक्टर. So do we have cost escalation clauses for raw materials in all our orders?
Yes, we are not having cost. Yes, cost escalation, we have the basic rate. Like if the steel 63 rupees, we have been quoted for 63 rupees steel. So even a minor plus or minus will be able to claim on each bill. So each and every raw material, if the rate has escalated, we'll keep it on bill to bill basis. So if it gets lower, we'll have to give them back. If it gets higher, we have to take the extra amount.
Okay,
That is
and
how
yeah,
the private contracting in Ahmedabad, Gandhinagar GIFT is working right now.
sure. And it's immediate, right? Like for the if
Yeah,
steel
yeah,
increase.
every
Okay,
bill. That's what
every
I
bill.
said. Every RA bill is submitted with the rate, basic rate difference. We
Got
call
it.
it the basic rate. So the basic rate is defined in the tender. If we have any plus or minus in that basic rate, we claim every bill.
Got it. And if I look at your construction expenses plus cost of materials, ये जो आपका cost आता है, for H1 it was 66.5%, जबकि last year it was much higher, 72.5%, and even last year का अगर आप H2 देखें तो भी 70% था. So it has come down quite a lot from 72.5% to 66.5. So I just want to understand, is this sustainable going forward for H2 and for FY'26, and what is the reason behind?
फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल देखो कि वी गेट रेपुटेशन ऑफ द मटेरियल. अब लास्ट ईयर जो मैंने परचेजेस किए होंगे उसका हम लोगों को रेपुटेशन यहाँ पे मिला बिकॉज द ऑर्डर बुक हैज इंक्रीज्ड. बट द मटेरियल में वी डोंट हैव टू परचेज ईच एंड एवरी साइट. कंसिडर दिस ईयर वी आर investing heavily on my one shuttering and high skyscrapers technology. So next year we'll get the repetition of the same thing. So that figure can keep on varying. Some years it will be on higher side, some year it will be on the lower side, depending upon the material and technology that we are investing and repeating.
Okay, but the 20% EBITDA margin that you're printing for the last two halves, is that sustainable या वो ज़्यादा है, थोड़ा कम हो जाएगा?
इसमें ना सस्टेनेबल है. इसका रीजन है निर्वाणा जी कि अपने यहाँ पे सेकेंड हाफ में एज आई सेड द मैक्सिमम फाउंडेशन वर्क कीप्स ऑन गोइंग. तो वहां पे वी हैव गॉट मैक्सिमम. सी कोई भी बिल्डिंग में 30 to 40% वर्क गोज ऑन इन फाउंडेशन. मैक्सिमम कॉन्क्रीटिंग स्टील सभी नीचे हो जाता है. तो मैक्सिमम मार्जिन भी उसी टाइम हो सकता है.
Okay. Sir, मेरे दो और क्वेश्चन है. Can I ask or should I come back in the queue?
यस प्लीज कम.
Okay. So, sir, our gross assets have increased. If I see from FY'23, it was 60 crores. Now it is about 115 crores, almost double हो चुका है. So, what is the CapEx that you're looking to do in H2 and FY'26, if you can guide?
Yes, Nirvana ji. Actually, we have a plan to add around 10 CR in H2 of 25. And for 26, we will add approximate 15 to 20 CR of fixed asset to our GCA.
Okay, and what are these assets that you're adding? Bulk of this, what is it like
Mainly,
formwork,
mainly shuttering materials.
shuttering materials? And you depreciate shuttering materials over 3 years?
No, we are depreciate over 7 to 8 years.
7 to 8 years. Okay, okay. And in terms of our net working capital days, so I think right now we are at around 190 days. So where do you expect it to settle steady state में? And related to that, can you tell me what is the current fund-based and non-fund based limit and what is our utilization level? Those are my last questions.
So, as far as working capital cycle is concerned, we'll definitely going to reduce it, and we are striving to reduce as much as we can. And as far as fund-based and non-fund-based working capital limits is concerned, please share your mail ID to me. I'll share all the details to your mail ID, so you can have exact idea of the figures.
Sure. Working capital, do you have a target number of days by end of this year or FY'26? Net
Yes,
working capital days?
we have a target to reduce it up to 175 days.
Okay, all right. And any plans of introducing government orders in your order book, or will you continue with private and only?
As of now, we are very keen on we are getting a lot of private inquiries, and the margins in Ahmedabad, Gandhinagar GIFT, we are the preferred contractors. So it's not like when we go out to the tender, we have to take the project from N1. So basically, in private sector, we almost in every project we are either H1 or H2, and hence our margins are maintained very nicely in the private segment, and we have a very good rapport with the customer clients as well. So for now, I'll be investing my time and money in private sector only. But in future, maybe we can think about it. But for now we are not able to cater what is coming our way. So to move to the another place is right now not in the books.
Got it, sir. Thank you so much and wish you all the best.
Thank you very much.
We'll take the next question from Mr. Manan Madlani. Sir, are you comfortable asking the question?
Mr. Manan Madlani.
Mr. Rajendra Passi, please ask your questions.
Sure. Am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible, Rajendra ji. Boliye.
Sir, as you have mentioned, like the projected numbers for the upcoming HOH, like 0 to 6 and 6 to 12. So can you mention like what is 0 to 6 in terms of years?
It's months, 0 to 6 months, 6 to 12 months. The project that has been aged, मतलब 6 महीने पुराने project है, it comes to 0 to 6 months. जो project 12 महीने से चालू है, they come in 0 to 12 months. 12 से 18 महीने हो चुके हैं वो 12 से 18. So this is how the aging goes in months.
Got it. And the numbers that we have projected corresponding to those months. So are we talking about the billable numbers that would be there?
Yeah. Those are the billable numbers, yes.
Okay. And what are our projections for H2 FY'25? Like
FY'25.
H2 FY'25.
So this year we'll be doing around 300, and the next year the projection would increase around 25 to 30%. It will be a very consistent growth. So our growth trajectory has always been about 25-30% each year, so that we don't overtrade and step into the zone wherein there is a lot of investment coming in and the profitability decrease. So we have a very steady growth ratio plan to maintain our profitability and to go for the longer run.
Got it. And can you mention something about the IT rate that we have recently, and has it had any impact on our business or anything?
No, as far as impact on business is concerned, so even during the IT search, our all sites, our all projects were in operation as it is. So during the IT search, income tax officer have found that 22 lakhs around cash from our premises, which is already accounted, and out of that they have searched 15 lakhs, and they have searched all our digital data, and now they'll process that this whole data at their place, and they'll ask for their queries and their questions. So as far as our present scenario is concerned, there is nothing material to materials has been found to income tax authorities.
Got it. Thanks for the info.
Sorry?
I said thank you for the information.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Jignesh, please unmute yourself and ask the questions.
Yes. So wanted to understand, a lot of projects are being launched in GIFT City. I think a few of them are government projects, and many would be private. So we are not entering any government projects in GIFT City.
हम जिग्नेश जी उसमें होता क्या है कि गवर्नमेंट में देयर आर सर्टेन सो मेनी थिंग्स लाइक फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल you have to provide the earnest money deposit, then they have the penalty clause, then they have the procedure wherein in tendering you have to take the project if you are L1, so even the lowest has a very low rate and a very low profit margin. So for us we have certain privileges in the area that we are working. We don't have to
Okay.
rely on getting L1. We can be H1 and still get the project. We do not work with penalty clause because that will hit our profitability. So we have this strict policy wherein we do not work with the penalty clause. We do not provide any earnest money deposit bill because that will block our capital. Instead, we ask for the mobilization advance to our clients, and they are very happy to give because the way we have been doing the project after that has been exceptional. So these are certain criteria that we are, not getting indulged into government project for now. We want our capital, our money to be focused in the place where we can grow and give a good growth rate and good profitability.
और क्या है कि प्राइवेट में भी इंक्वायरी आ रही है ना, तो हम लोग ने कभी गवर्नमेंट का पहले भी नहीं किया, और अभी भी ये स्टेज पे भी गवर्नमेंट का टेंडरिंग करने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ रही है अभी.
तो मतलब अभी भी अपना अपॉर्चुनिटीज गिफ्ट सिटी में काफी है, जो अपार्ट फ्रॉम गवर्नमेंट दैट वी कैन बैग.
काफी सारे जिग्नेश जी गिफ्ट सिटी में हम लोग प्रोजेक्ट टेंडरिंग कर रहे हैं और काफी
Okay.
सारे लोगों के होंगे, बट वी आर नॉट वेरी कीन ऑन गवर्नमेंट एंड वी आर नॉट वेरी कीन ऑन गेटिंग द प्रोजेक्ट एज एन एनुअल बेसिस.
नहीं, my only intention was कि now since the competition in Ahmedabad is broadly between you and PSP, which has been taken over by Adani, so I think then all the government tenders, PSP would be leading in that way.
No,
Since
but
we are not.
PSP is registered government contractor. So
Yeah.
वो तो ऐसे गवर्नमेंट कॉन्ट्रैक्ट्स लेता ही है, पर हमने अभी तक कभी गवर्नमेंट कॉन्ट्रैक्ट्स लिए नहीं है, क्योंकि क्या है कि हम लोग पहले से ही प्राइवेट में थे और हमारा जो ग्रोथ रेशियो है ना वो हमेशा प्राइवेट में ही बढ़ता रहा है. और दूसरी
Correct.
बात, यहाँ पे प्राइवेट में इतनी सारी इंक्वायरी है ना कि हम लोग वो लोग को केटर नहीं कर पा रहे हैं. तो अभी गवर्नमेंट का प्रोजेक्ट हमको मतलब लेने में कोई अभी दिलचस्पी नहीं है अभी ये स्टेज पे.
राइट. तो सर अपना फिर चावड़ा और पीएसपी पहले दो मेन प्लेयर थे, अभी भी वही कॉम्पिटिटिव इंटेंसिटी है कि कोई नया प्लेयर आने का चांस है?
नहीं, यहाँ अहमदाबाद में पर्टिकुलरली काफी सारे प्लेयर्स हैं और
Okay.
in particular Ahmedabad the condition is this, so that के everyone has got ample of work. So not just us, all the other like top में जो 3-4 contractors हैं, सबके पास
हाँ.
enough काम है, and we are not actually looking for the projects because project come to us. We are looking for the good rates. We are looking for good profitability and to work with good clients. तो कंपटीशन जैसा कल्चर पर्टिकुलर अहमदाबाद में अभी है नहीं.
राइट.
जितना काम
और
कर सको उतना काम मिल रहा है.
और पीएसपी भी
Correct.
हमारे टेंडरिंग में होता ही है प्राइवेट में,
राइट.
तो हमेशा वो रहता ही है हमारे साथ.
और सर ये अभी अपना जो इक्विटी कैपिटल 25 करोड़ था, एंड सिंस इफ वी गेट अ बिग प्रोजेक्ट वी नीड टू रेज फंड्स. आई थिंक एज पर द न्यू सेबी रेगुलेशंस इट हैज इंक्रीज्ड टू 35 करोड़. वो रेगुलेशन इन फोर्स आने वाला है, तो आपके पास कुछ इसके बारे में अपडेट है क्या? when can it be increased, and whether it will benefit you going ahead?
No, as far as SEBI notification is concerned, we don't have that updates that it can be increased up to 35 CR, but we have that update that we can raise more funds without migrating to main board. So we are working on that opportunity, and if any material will happen, we'll definitely inform exchange about the same.
Okay. But I don't think that is in force till now, because that is current recent SEBI amendments, I think.
It is very recent SEBI amendment, so we are also our hands on that updates, how further it will and how market will react to that as well.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll take the next question from Mr. Zakir Hussain. Zakir sir, you there? Mr. Amit Bhatt, you can ask the question now.
Yeah, congratulations, Team Chavda, for very good presentation. And the presentation is self-explanatory. But I'm having few questions, sir. You are having an unexecuted order book of 1,093 crores, almost 1,100 crores order book you are having. And this year you are giving a guidance of 300 crores. Means in H2 you are going to do some 175 to 180 crores. So, sir, next year, FY'26, you have to do at least 440 crores if you want to complete this order book in a 2.5 years. So this assessment is right, sir, that next year 400 to 425 crores, revenue we can get with this order book?
Yeah. Considering the order book, and if
Hello?
there's no
Hello?
am I audible to you?
Yeah, you are audible.
Yeah. So considering our order book, first of all, it is unexecuted order book is 670 crores. And in right now we are targeting 300. And the next year probably we'll be able to complete, as you said, that the remaining order book that we have, and probably the new projects would join in as well. So the next target, the growth that we have been giving is going to be easy for us. Even at this time, particularly, we were planning more than 300, but we got to 300 because certain projects, 2 or 3 projects, they got a bit delayed because they were supposed to start by September. Now they are starting from January. So that 2-3 months were, cut short, and probably in next year it will add on to the revenue or the sales.
Okay. Now the another question, sir, as you said that you are, refusing the orders because of, some, margin issues, or you don't want to overstretch yourself. You don't want to spread yourself too thin. Now the thing is that your working capital cycle is, more than, 120 days. So you must require 100 to 125 crore rupees for the working capital, and even capex you require for the, formwork upgradation or adding, some new cranes and, construction machineries. So why we are not diluting, sir, our stake? People are coming with the preferential. Market is very, nowadays very, happy with the EPC companies. So why we are not diluting and, raising the equity through preferential, and we can, increase our, this order book and increase our business? Why we are not utilizing this, golden opportunity which other EPC companies are doing? And market is very good, sir. People will ready to, give you money. Even if you come with the right issue, we are ready to, participate in that. So if money is the problem to increase the order book, then you should think, and, you have to raise equity, sir. What's your thought, sir? Can you throw some light?
I mean, first of all, this is our first year. The last September only we came up with the issue. And एक चीज है कि we have been since आप मेरे project में increase देखिए 600 crore की order book में we have 1100 crore order book. So we have been consistently taking the orders. Secondly, we are getting many opportunities. That is correct. But as I said कि हम लोग का focus is on the profit margin. हम लोगों का फोकस इज ऑन सेफ्टी ऑफ आवर मनी एंड आवर एसेट. तो अभी जब मैं प्रोजेक्ट लेने जाता हूँ तब मैं कैसे प्लान करता हूँ? फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल वन पार्ट ऑफ टेकिंग प्रोजेक्ट इज के जो मैंने पुराना मटेरियल लिया है उसका रिपीटेशन मिले। अभी उसका रिपीटेशन मेरे को कैसे मिलेगा? जैसे कि मैंने माइवन का प्रोजेक्ट दिया है लास्ट ईयर, अभी मेरा वो खत्म होने को है, तो मैं उस हिसाब से वो सेम मटेरियल मेरा नेक्स्ट प्रोजेक्ट में यूज होगा, उस टाइमलाइन पे वो प्रोजेक्ट सेट करूंगा। और एक सेकेंड पार्ट ऑफ टेकिंग प्रोजेक्ट इज वेयर आई विल इन्वेस्ट, कि जो मैं नया इन्वेस्टमेंट करूंगा। तो वो बैलेंस बनाना बहुत जरूरी है। वो बैलेंस बनाना इसलिए जरूरी है कि एट वन पर्टिकुलर टाइम इफ आई कीप ऑन इन्वेस्टिंग अ लॉट ऑफ मनी और मेरा रिपीटेशन वाला साइकिल स्लो हो जाएगा, तो ओवरऑल इट विल इम्पैक्ट ऑन आवर कैपिटल और मेरा प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी, एंड आई डोंट वांट टू दैट टू हैपन। तो
Okay.
we are doing, we are giving you very good results. We are expanding at a very good growth rate. Even if you come to Ahmedabad, Gandhinagar Gift, you'll see a lot of population. You'll see our board in so many places. So we are very particular about selecting our projects. We are very particular about being profitable, because taking the hard-earned money of our investor is a very huge responsibility. And I don't want to take a step wherein we disappoint the investors. We're not able to give good profits. We're not able to give good revenue.
ओके एंड सर, ये जो आपका ऑर्डर बुक, अनएक्सिक्यूटेड ऑर्डर बुक,
For preferential, definitely,
Yeah.
if I get a very good opportunity जिसमें मेरा मार्जिन बहुत ही सही से रिपीट हो रहा है, then definitely we'll plan for the preferential and diluting. So that can be considered if I have like a very good opportunity on our hand. So we are looking for one such thing कि ऐसा कोई project हो that is huge and we have a very good opportunity of investing and making a very good profit out of it. We'll definitely strike it on the right time.
ओके सर, एक और क्वेरी था कि जो आपका अनएक्सिक्यूटेड ऑर्डर बुक है, जो आपने बताया 1093 करोड़ का, और आप ये बता रहे हो कि अभी अनएक्सिक्यूटेड 600 एंड समथिंग का है, 650 करोड़ का, तो ये समझ नहीं आ रहा है टोटल। ये जो ऑर्डर बुक आप बता रहे हो 1093 करोड़ सितंबर पे, तो सितंबर से अभी 3 महीने में तो हमने 100 करोड़ ही किया होगा। तो अगर तो ये कितना होना चाहिए? अगर 1000 करोड़ का तो ऑर्डर बुक होना चाहिए आज की तारीख में हमारे पास, तो ये मामला समझ नहीं आ रहा है। वी कांट अंडरस्टैंड दिस प्रॉपर्ली। कैन यू प्लीज एक्सप्लेन सर?
It is very much clear. So 1093, 1100 crore, that is by total order book value. And out of that 1100, we have already booked the 384 something CR. And now out of that 1100, 690 CR, 670 CR is pending to be billed. So 1100 is value of total order book. Out of that, unbilled revenue is 670 CR. So
Okay.
हाँ,
Understand.
so these two figures are totally different.
अभी जी मैं
Understand.
basically आपको
Sir.
समझाता हूँ एकदम सिंपल टर्म्स में, कि काफी सारे प्रोजेक्ट्स ऐसे होते हैं कि जो खत्म हो गए पोस्ट सितंबर में, तो वो डेटा हम लोगों ने निकाल के जो सिर्फ काम करना बाकी है वो 670 में रखा है। So at that time we were particularly executing, when we said 1100 we were executing those projects. Now they are out and completed. तो वो समझ लो कि वो पूरा निकल गया। राइट नाउ वी आर ऑन हैंड 670 जो एग्जीक्यूट करना बाकी है।
Okay. Now the last question is, sir, historical, like other EPC player, H1 contributes 40% and H2 60%, right? हमारी कंपनी भी 40% H1 करती है, H1 में रेवेन्यू बुक करती है, H2 में 60%, लाइक अदर EPC, राइट? अभी उसके अंदर हमारे जो पैट मार्जिन हैं, वो नॉर्मली हमने देखा है कि हिस्टोरिकली H1 में हमारे प्रॉफिट मार्जिन कम होते हैं, H2 में ज्यादा होते हैं। इट इज बिकॉज ऑफ द ऑपरेशनल एफिशिएंसी किक्स इन H2, बिकॉज हम ज्यादा टर्नओवर करते हैं और हमारी फिक्स कॉस्ट सेम रहती है, तो ये हमारा प्रॉफिट मार्जिन H2 में थोड़ा ज्यादा होता है कंपेयर टू H1। ये असेसमेंट सही है?
हाँ, this is very true, especially for a construction company. This is very true, and I'd say even more than 60% of the turnover will be booked in this next H2.
Okay, so sir, हमारा 8%, because this time in H1 we clocked more than 8%, which is really good. I congratulate you for this 8%. तो अभी सेकंड जो हमारा H2 है, जहां पे हमारा रेवेन्यू बढ़ेगा विद फिक्स कॉस्ट हमारा रहेगा वही, तो ये 8% वाला सेकंड H2 में कैन वी गो अप टू 8.8 लाइक FY'24 में जो हमने किया था, वो दैट वी कैन अचीव?
It will go as per the trend, Amit ji. जो अभी तक का ट्रेंड चल रहा है, definitely will give you a growth and give you an increase. That is one thing in Chavda Infra that we have been maintaining, the consistent profit increase.
Sir, abhi there is a one small request from our investor, because we invested from the first day in this company and we are holding it for long. But एक चीज आपसे हमें जो है बतानी थी, जो हमारा कंसर्न था, and that is that in the first day when जब आपका IPO आया था, first conclave when you held, you told that आप एक रीडेवलपमेंट का जो वर्टिकल है वो भी आपकी कंपनी का मार्जिन को इंप्रूव करेगा, बट आफ्टर दैट आपने वो जो रीडेवलपमेंट वाला वर्टिकल था उसको अलग कर दिया। तो माय रिक्वेस्ट टू यू इज कि उसको हमारी ही कंपनी का वर्टिकल रख के हम क्यों नहीं ग्रो करें, जिससे कि हमारे इन्वेस्टर से ही अगर आप पैसा चाहिए भी तो हमारे एग्जिस्टिंग इन्वेस्टर उसमें इन्वेस्ट करें, क्योंकि वो रीडेवलपमेंट आने वाले दिनों में, बिकॉज यू आर नॉट गोइंग टू द गवर्नमेंट, so for you the logical thing to do in the coming years to grow and become big like PSP, ये आपका, क्योंकि आपकी कंस्ट्रक्शन क्वालिटी हमने देखा है अहमदाबाद में, इट इज वन ऑफ द बेस्ट क्वालिटी यू आर डिलीवरिंग, और वो आपका जो रीडेवलपमेंट वाला प्रोजेक्ट भी वी विजिटेड। सो व्हाट आई पर्सनली फील कि हम ये जो रीडेवलपमेंट वाला है वो हमारे चावड़ा में जो आपने पहले प्रॉमिस किया था उसमें क्यों नहीं रख रहे हैं, ये एक रिक्वेस्ट है, आप जरा उसके बारे में सोचिएगा।
I do understand Amit ji, and that was a first thing that we wanted to do. उसमें reason ये हो गया कि banking वाले support नहीं करते real estate को. So if we are considering कि हम लोगों को Chavda Infra is the bankers are very supportive for Chavda Infra being a contractor. And being a developer, they are not really comfortable. So we were having certain problems with the bankers, and that was the reason, we did one project in this Chavda Infra, and the others we had done the Chavda developers.
पर सर कुछ ऐसा कीजिए जो आपने पहले प्रॉमिस किया था, जो हमारे
Actually,
existing
that is-
इन्वेस्टर को फायदा मिले उसका।
Amit ji, that is the plan and the promise. In future, definitely होगा, and we are finding a way to, incorporate that. But in
तो
very
क्या अगर नया सर,
future,
और
देखो,
हाँ, हमारा क्या है कि
Amit ji, not just for
redevelopment
the
में,
investor, for us also, focusing on one, Chirag bhai.
तो सर इसमें क्या है कि हम जैसे जो एग्जिस्टिंग इन्वेस्टर हैं, अगर हमको ही पैसा लगाने का आपके दूसरे वेंचर में मौका लगे मिलेगा, फर्स्ट प्रेफरेंस मिलेगा, तो वो हमारे लिए अच्छा होगा। तो कुछ ऐसा सोचिएगा कि जब भी उसको उसका फंड रेजिंग हो तो वी गेट अ फर्स्ट चांस, दी एग्जिस्टिंग
Definitely,
इन्वेस्टर ऑफ चावड़ा।
Amit ji, that is the plan. मेरे को from the very beginning, I never wanted to, have another company जिसमें ये हम लोग करें. But because of the banking restrictions, we had to change the company. But very future, we have the plan that is coming up where we can merge the two, or either you can be the part of both the entities.
Absolutely. Thanks a lot, sir. And
that is the long-term plan, and definitely we are working on it, and we'll definitely come up with something for that.
now you are one of the great management, and all the best for the
Thank you
future.
very much
We will always be with you in
you.
this journey.
Thank you.
Okay,
And we
thank
do
you.
promise you a lot of, growth and expansion coming in future. You won't be wrong from us.
Yeah, no. Thanks a lot, sir.
Thank you very much.
So, sir, let's keep it to 3 questions per person from now so that we can answer the maximum number of attendees.
Okay.
Okay, we'll take next question from Mr. Suraj Partevar.
Hey, hello. So I have question regarding cash flows. In H1, we were having negative cash flows mainly due to the loans and advances. Can you please clarify the, what exactly was it?
Cash flow from in
H1, yeah, we had negative cash flows mainly due from operating activities, mainly due to the loans and advances. So if you can just clarify,
no, for I think for H1 of 2025, we have a positive cash flow from operating activities, not negative.
Okay, but
Just
yeah,
hello.
okay. Yeah, on the balance sheet, if you could see, we have a significant increase in the just give me a second. Yeah, in the balance sheet, if you see the current assets in the item number D, we are having significant increase in the short-term loans and advances. They have been raised from 55 CR to 80 CR. So yeah.
So, mainly this increase is due to our redevelopment project. So, what happens? We have booked the revenue of redevelopment project as an unbilled revenue. So as soon as we got the BU permission and sales date has been started to executed, we will transfer this revenue to our billed revenue. So out of this 80.01 CR, 31 CR is from my Manali unbilled revenue. So major portion is that.
Oh, okay, that clarifies. Thank you.
Mr. Nirvan, please ask the question.
Yeah, thanks for the opportunity again. Sir, if you can tell us about your current bid pipeline and how much order intake do you expect in H2 and in FY'26?
Order. So the order book is right now 677.
So Nirvana ji, we have 3 to 4 projects into pipeline, and
That
if
will
they
sum around like that would be see, we are in talks with certain developers and certain institutes right now, and new projects, 3 to 4 projects would be around 200, 300, in between 200 to 300 CR.
Okay,
So
and do you
uh,
expect any order inflows in H2 and what is the target for
yeah, the
FY'26?
order inflows in H2 we are expecting it will be coming around January or February.
The entire amount, 200 crores or some a part of it?
It depends on the developer because see, we are in talks, we are in the advanced talks, but the moment it is completed, the negotiations are completed and then they are ready to give us the work order. So that process takes some time. So probably we can expect 1 or 2 months. We'll be giving the good news.
Sure, because the reason I'm asking is your order book is 670 and this year you're going to do 300. So the order book to revenue ratio is already less than 3. Usually for EPC contractors doing skyscrapers, etc., I think 3 is considered to be a comfortable order book to revenue ratio where you have visibility. So just trying to understand from that point of view because you are guiding for aggressive growth in the next 2, 3 years.
Yeah, we are doing a very aggressive growth. So within this H2, we will be getting 2 or 3 projects, and over the period of time in next financial year, we'll be taking up other projects as well. So the flow of projects will keep on getting, keep on increasing.
Okay. And what was your employee strength at the end of FY'24 and what is it currently?
So at FY'24, we have employee strength of 284 employees, and as on 30th November, we have employee strength of 324.
No, group company is 400.
If considering group company, we have more than 350.
More than 400, 450.
And this it is the like for like number was 284. Group company number was 284 in March.
Yes, yes.
And that has become 450 now. So it has increased by 170.
400, not exactly 450, but
Okay.
it is around 425.
Okay. Okay, got it. And last question. So the depreciation, now that you've done a lot of capex, you said you will do more capex in the future, but whatever you've done currently, the gross block that you have currently, has the max depreciation come in the books already, or is something still pending to come in H2 from the current gross?
No, it will depreciation. We have bifurcated very constant basis. So there will be no major difference between H1 and H2 as far as depreciation is concerned.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much.
Sir, I've received some questions in the chat box. I'll read them. The first question is last call total tender book was 600 to 700 CR, for which result was expected to be around this Diwali. So, how much utilization rate came in the same? And current bid book for Chavda, type of bid book, and highest bid for any project. That was the question.
So can you repeat it?
Last call total tender book was 600 to 700 CR, for which result was expected to be around this Diwali. So how much utilization rate came in the same? and current bid book for Chavda, type of bid book, and highest bid for any project.
So, you are talking about ongoing bid, or you are talking about already awarded projects?
The last call total bid.
So last call, our total order book was, I think, 900 CR, around 900 CR.
Give me a second. I'm just copy pasting the whole message to you.
Please clarify the question because I am not getting it.
Actually, I've received it from the investor and they are not on the. Sir, I've shared the all the questions. You can answer the question that you are understanding.
Siddhi?
Yes, sir.
So,
I've shared all the questions in this chat box only so that you can read it from there and answer the questions. That would be easier for you to understand also.
ત્યાં વચ્ચે વાળું. મોટું થશે બરોબર. એને મિડલમાં લાવી શકાશે.
Sir, till then we can take a question from Mr. Tejas Khandelwal.
Oh, hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
So, what I was trying to understand that out of the 670 crores worth of order book, you have given that 271 crore worth of orders are executable in next 6 months, right? And now we are targeting 185 crores for H2 FY'25. So why is there a gap of 86 crores?
No. There is an error of understanding. This the 271 CR is unbilled revenue for the project which has an age of 0 to 6 months. So those projects who has been recently awarded, out of those projects we have 271 CR yet to book. So it is not that we will book 271 CR in 6 months. It is not like that.
Thank you.
Hello? Hello?
Am I audible to you? Hello?
Sir, you are audible. I think Mr. Tej's network has gone.
Okay, so
We can take the question from the chat box. Sir, Mr. Lokesh.
There is a question from Mr. Suraj Patewar. For redevelopment projects, our teams are said that same of Chavda Infra. As far as project execution is concerned, team is the same, but sales, as far as sales is concerned, we have a totally different team for our redevelopment projects. So, there is a question from Mr. Lokesh Patel that mostly all listed company below 1,000 crore market cap is similar. Business is giving guidance of 40 to 50%. AVP Infra gave guidance of 90 to 100%. Why are we targeting just 25 to 30%? 300 CR this year is 24% growth below the most listed peers.
See, the answer to this is why the volume game is not always necessary. Why we focus on volume game? But would you like to be invested in a company would be 500 or 200 to 1,000 in just 2 years, or would you like to be invested in a company which is giving consistently good profit and is about to get very big And when it's going to be 1,000, it's going to be almost debt-free and profitable. So it is up to you. There's always going to be some company who will tell you that we'll do 1,000 crore in 2 years, and probably they will. But how good they are maintaining the profitability? Because for me, more than the sales and revenue part, the profitability part is important for every business to survive. So or not, and we're not focusing on the volume game. We are focusing on the profit game.
Next question. Hope your answer is answered well. So there is a question from Mr. Tejas. I think that question we have already answered. There is a question from Mr. Junaid Sheikh. Your mostly order comes from Ahmedabad, Gandhinagar area. Any plan to get order from other cities like Surat or Vadodara or other towns?
Definitely, once we are able to cater everything that comes our way in Ahmedabad, and if we are looking, but we're not be going to the cities that are smaller than Ahmedabad. If we plan to expand pan India, it would be in a city that is bigger than Ahmedabad, because we are primarily focusing. If we set up an infrastructure in certain cities, we are going to be there for a while. We're not just going to do one project and leave. So the next project that if we happen to go outside, it will be in a bigger city, consider Mumbai, Pune, Hyderabad, Chennai, or Delhi, the top tier cities that are in India. So that is the plan.
One question from Mr. Nisant is that, can you explain what is the typical completion timeline and how does month-wise percentage revenue is recognized?
The typical completion timeline it differs. See, if you are doing a 7-story building, the timeline is about 12 to 14 months. If you are doing a high-rise building of around 14 to 15 stories, or say that timeline is around 18 months. If you're doing it for like 36 to 40 stories, the timeline goes to around 26 to 28 months. So it's a very selective thing. It's not one answer to this question. If you're doing a society of bungalows, it can vary around 2 to 3 years. So it's a very different definition to each and every projects.
There is a question from Mr. Ankul Gulati. Any plans to enter industrial construction?
Definitely, this is in our mind. We have been planning, and we have in past also we have done industrial projects. But ever since, people here are very fond of the way we are working in building, we are not getting free from building. But industrial projects are very profitable and it's very easy as well. So definitely, we are planning probably by next year, you'll hear a good news about Chavda getting into industrial construction as well. So it's nothing different. Industrial construction is not very different from the building construction. Just we don't have to scale the heights. We have to scale the horizontal distance much. So very doable.
Siddhi, I think we have answered all the questions from the chat box.
Yes, sir. Do we have any other questions from any other investor? Please raise your hand.
Yes, Shweta, can you proceed with the question?
Yeah, hi. So I wanted to just understand the redevelopment projects are not part of our company, right?
No, right now we are doing a redevelopment project that has been booked under Chavda Infra Ltd. But for the future references, we have made another company that is Chavda Developers, and we are taking new redevelopment projects over there.
But then that's not going to be part of a subsidy.
For now, it is not, but in future we are planning to do a merger in a way that could benefit our investors. Right now, we can't take it in Chavda Infra Limited because the bankers are not very supportive about the real estate or developers.
But then, sir, there are other ways to raise capital instead of bankers. And the other thing is we are using...
So that is the plan. That is the plan, Sweta. When we are able to do that, we'll definitely merge the two companies. So we are looking for the opportunity wherein we can get to that state that we no longer need bankers and we can 100% rely on the investment coming from outside. And that is the time then we'll be merging the two. And the plan and the criteria has always been to, grow Chavda Infra. So definitely, once we have a very good books with Chavda developers, we'll definitely do the further.
At the moment, we are using resources of Chavda Infra for redevelopment projects.
No, that is hardly necessary, Sweta, because, one reason we are not using it is because we don't have to purchase the land in redevelopment project. And second thing is, since we have a very huge brand value, Chavda is a very good brand in Ahmedabad. So the moment you put up a project, you see for Manali, if I say Manali, Manali was like 50% booked when we were in the basement. So the projects in redevelopment are the center of the city, and we are a very good brand. We get very easy sales done, and in fact, we get money in advance in redevelopment projects. So it's no scope of using the resources of Chavda Infra Limited in it.
Like that reason that because we know that you've got such a good brand value and positioning, we would like the redevelopment to come with the same company.
Definitely, Shweta, that's the plan. We are planning to do that in near future. We are going to do that, but for now, because of the banking restrictions, we are unable to do that, and because of that, we have taken the project in another company.
Okay. By when can we get full clarity on this as investors?
Probably next year we'll get the full clarity on it.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
As there
Hello.
are no further question.
Hello. Sir, can I ask one question?
Yes,
Okay,
Nishan, you can please go.
So this is more like a bookkeeping question. So typical project. So you mentioned that there are the completion timeline varies. How is the revenue recognition happens like for a typical project? Let's say you are doing a 14-story project which will complete in 18 months. Do you get what is the percentage of advance that you typically get? And like let's say you complete 50% of the project, do you get your 50% payment then? Can you just briefly talk about that?
Yeah. I'll give you a very brief accounts of how the payment system works in construction. See, we charge 5% mobilization advance. So that mobilization advance value is around 5 to 10% from each parties. So that is going to be our first payment before we start the execution work. Second, the stages come as in first we have to complete the foundation, that is one payment stage, and then every month the payment stage is the slab cycle. Like we have completed 2 slabs, we'll be keeping the by 30th we'll be keeping the bill. So either in it varies from each party, either it's 2 billing a cycle or 1 billing a cycle. So every month we have definitely we every project we have billing cycles 1 or 2 in every month. So, and we get the payment in within 30 to 45 days of putting up the bill. Does that answer your question, Nishan?
Yes, sir. So basically, you're saying that every month you'll be billing basis the completion.
Every month we'll be putting up either 1 bill or 2.
Got it, sir. Fine. So there's a regular cash inflow which keeps on happening for a project. So there is nothing like you are not getting stuck at the end of the day for working capital, right?
No. In contracting firm, we have like every slab cycle we are doing enough billing. Also, we are charging to developers for the mobilization advance before setting up. So that way we don't have to rely on the funds. Like we do have a healthy cash flow coming in from the clients.
Got it. And at the end, sir, do you have any kind of a retention which the your
Yes,
customer will
definitely.
keep?
Yes, that's called a defect liability period in each tender. So defect liability period goes from 6 months to 1 year. So when once the completion, like in every billing, we have like 3 to 5% of retention that has been carry forward by the developers. It is given to us after 6 to 12 months of completion of the project. Until that time, any defect liability appears, we have to do and complete it with free of cost.
Got it, sir. Got it. Thank you, sir, for taking my question.
Thank you very much.
If we have any other question from anyone, please raise your hand. As there are no further questions, I would now like to hand the conference over to Mr. Parth Gurjar, the CEO, for closing comments.
Thank you everyone, our investors, stakeholders, and well-wishers for joining us today and believing in Chavda Infra. Your trust and encouragement inspire us to keep improving and delivering on our promises. As we move forward, we remain focused on growing sustainability, working efficiently, and creating the value all for you. We deeply value your trust and will continue working hard to meet the extent of your expectation. Thank you once again on being a part of this journey. Together, we will building a stronger and brighter future. Thank you so much. Thank you again.
Thank you, sir. On behalf of Chavda Infra Limited, I thank you all for joining us, and you may now disconnect from the meeting. Thank you.